know what?
There we go. What is going on, everyone? My name is Jared Haas, joined here with Mark Kristl at Tri-County Speedway. Tonight can be summed up. Some drivers wanted to be celebrating at the Waffle House, while other drivers suffered from pancake-demonium. We're going to start with the latter. Pancake-demonium, I feel like, went to Corey Heim, the most dominant car, and like I said, unfortunately, was involved in an accident in the back straightaway, took himself out, and Mark, I mean, he seemed like he was the class of the field.
I think it was Carson Hocevar on the broadcast said that Heim came in strictly to get the trophy. It was either trophy or bust for him. And I'll give him credit. He went out for that trophy. But unfortunately, racing happens. And I didn't see exactly what happened, but everything that it sounds like running out of gas, plus racing deals, hard racing, all that sorts of stuff. And so, yeah, he left with a damaged car, as did points leader Connor Hall.
And we'll get into the championship battle. I think another driver that has to be disappointed leaving here at Tri-County has to be Mini Tyrell. He was leading as all these cautions kept piling up. He ran out of fuel, Mark, and you actually talked to him briefly when he got out of the car before they put fuel in it, and he hopped right back in.
I think when the caution came out and then they radioed over that he was out of gas, somebody from his crew just yelled, "We cannot catch a break." And I get it. He was leading. He was top 3 all night. He had a fast car. He was racing cleanly, and yet he ran out of fuel, which amazed him because he even said that he was saving. But yet, through a series of events, his team was able to fuel the car. He ended the interview with me, jumped in the car, got back in the car, still stayed on the lead lap, mind you, and finished the race. I don't remember where he finished. His championship hopes are probably gone because for Connor Hall and Butterbean, or at least Butterbean, he had a good race. So for Tyrell, his championship hopes are probably over. But man, what could have been?
As you mentioned, the aforementioned championship battle, and it was a really tight championship battle coming into this race weekend. Only 1 point separating Connor Hall and Butterbean, but there was early trouble for Connor Hall. Off in turn 3 and 4, lap cars were trying to get out of the way, and they made contact during 3 and 4. Hall looked like he was going to be way out of it, but through the attrition of it all, I feel like that word pops in every race weekend. He managed to get a somewhat decent finish, and he's not technically out of it just yet, Mark.
No, I talked to Landon S. Huffman after the race, and he said that he got into Hall there, and that by no means was it intentional. He said he hit the brakes, locked the brakes up. There was a little wheel spin, and he hit Hall, and said he felt bad the minute he did, but alas, can't take it back. As far as the lapped cars, it's funny. The 2 lapped cars who were involved in the wreck, Butterbean himself was struggling to pass, so they made it. Those 2 drivers made it an eventful night for both of our championship contenders.
Now those 2 7 cars, those lap cars, that was probably the second most interesting battle besides the race lead I was seeing throughout the whole night. But Butterbean finished 3rd, really a gritty night with all the chaos happening around with it. And he talked to me post-race, and he was like, "I just got to do what I've been doing, do what I did here at Tri-County." Do you think he gets it done and wins the Cars Tours Championship this season, or are we going to see something of an upset at North Wilkesboro?
Based on what some of the drivers were saying pre-race, it sounds like whoever wins the championship, shocker, kind of like NASCAR, is probably going to have to win North Wilkesboro next week, because the expectation is it's going to be a stout field, good racing, on a historic famed surface. So it ought to be one heck of a show. And Frontstretch will have our man Chase, I believe, is going to be back. He cameoed for, I think, a video or 2 tonight. He'll be back in full force, and have all that great coverage. As far as the championship, Butterbean, proud favorite, obviously. He's got a nickname, Butterbean. Connor Hall, the big announcement of him moving to JRM next year. So, and he's the NASCAR, I believe they said he's the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series champion. So he's got a stout resume. So it's going to be one heck of a show.
Like I said, both of those drivers well accomplished in their own manners too. But as Mark Kristl mentioned, we will have the action from the championship race at North Wilkesboro Speedway. Make sure you tune in to the Frontstretch Grassroots channel for more great racing content.
Hey race fans, I'm Anthony Damcott with Frontstretch.com. If you enjoyed that Grassroots video, be sure to subscribe to Frontstretch Grassroots for more from ARCA, Cars Tour, and other homegrown racing series. And be sure to visit Frontstretch.com for all the latest great racing content.